G'day everyone and welcome to the July 2023 edition of the Australian Model Railway News. We're going to go through all the news, announcements and updates that have happened in the Australian model railway industry. As well as that, we'll also take a look at all the currently announced exhibitions and conventions happening for 2023 and 2024. Australian Model Railway News and other videos on this channel are made possible by the Patreons on Patreon. And welcome to the new members this month. And if you are interested in joining the community, there is more information in the description below, as well as the Scale Model Supply, who make excellent paint and modelling accessories, and ABR Modelworks, who provide easy to build structures and modular baseboards, both who offer 10% off all their products for viewers of this channel. The news is also supported by Trackside Models, who produce high quality buildings and accessories in scale format at reasonable prices. They're Australian designed buildings for Australians, made by Australians. So to kick off the news this month, I'm actually going to start with myself. As a lot of you know, and I hope you've all been keeping up to date, the AMRA Victoria exhibition is happening over the 5th and 6th of August at the Showgrounds in Flemington, Melbourne. Now, all the details for the exhibition were in a separate video that I made earlier this month that you can find here. But I'll be there with Australian model trees, new beanies, and trackside model kits. So if you are after anything from the website, I will let you know now that it is being taken down over the weekend of the 5th and 6th. So do get in now before it's possibly gone forever. So I hope I get to see lots of you at the showgrounds this month, and of course don't forget to say hello to me when I'm at the stand, which will be usually in the mornings. Otherwise I'll be out there filming the video for the exhibition, which of course, if you're not subscribed already, do be, because it means you can keep up to date with, well, exhibition videos just like the AMRA Victoria one happening on the 5th and 6th of August. Anyway, let's get into the rest of the news, starting with On-Track Models, who have received the rest of their LX and AL-GX 40-foot South Australian louvered vans. And they said that they have been astonished by how well these have been accepted, and frankly, I'm not surprised as they are a fantastic model. All the pre-orders have now been sent out, and the remaining stock is now on their website or with the On-Track Models retailers. However, they did let me know that stock is now quite low on packs LX02, ALGX05, and ALGX7. Now, On-Track will also be at the AMRA exhibition on the 5th and 6th with the remaining stock. These wagons are priced at $240 for a pack of 3 at postage set at $15. And if you are after more information or a closer look at these fantastic models, I did make a standalone video that can be found here. An interesting update seems to have appeared on the Southern Rail Models website. The 5-car articulated skeletal container wagons have seen an update on their website and now says that they're arriving in July this year. However, that did change towards the end of the month to now saying October. Although at time of recording this, there was no update and my correspondent seems to have seen no response. So like a few things, I'm sure we'll get an update at the Showgrounds exhibition, or at least I hope so. Regardless, if you are after a set of these HO scale wagons, they are on an online pre-order on their website right now. There are 15 different options, priced at $385 plus postage. So news from IDR Models, who have got a new wagon to announce, the Victorian Railways NN Ballast Hopper. First tooling samples will also be on show at the AMRA Victoria exhibition. Now the model, being that these are the first tests, still needs some refining, like part fit and shrinkage on some parts, which is slightly noticeable. Overall though, they have come up well. The plan is that this model will be released in a 4-pack, with 1 or 2 packs which would make up for an interesting train. The models are going to be available for pre-ordering when they've finalised the artwork and wagon numbers, and are due for release in 2024. As well as that, in other IDR model products, the Derm and MT trailers have proven very popular, with some packs now sold out or close to selling out. Although, as a little bonus, they will have a couple of new packs available at the upcoming exhibition, which they've just mixed up a few packs with different models. And lastly, the W classes are close to selling out of the rebuilt versions, with most of the original versions now low or sold out. And they will have the last of the DCC sound models at the exhibition. Ixion Models have announced that the production of the HO scale MF and LF bogie stock wagons by the end of August. They added that design work proceeds on the HO scale Victorian Railways A2 steam locomotive, but they do still have no estimated time for this loco's arrival. More details on the variants will be produced and will be released in due course when the CAD designers have had a look into the feasibility of them. As well as that, Ixion have been working with WestEdge 3D to see if it's possible to create colour 3D printed blocks of sheep to install as loads for the forthcoming Victorian Railways LF Bogie sheep wagon. With assistance from Kieran Ryan Models, they've created Model Sheep. The block has a flat base, which slides into the open door on one side of the wagon, then slides sideways so you can add a second one to fill the compartment. The restriction is the door opening, which is only 11.8mm wide. In the photos that they've posted, the concept works, but they are concerned that the sheep aren't as tall as the sheep in the prototype photos of the four-wheel wagons found on victorianrailways.net. Personally, I think they look great, and it's fantastic to see a manufacturer consulting with the customers what they would prefer. A quick announcement from Bergs Hobbies, who are proud to announce the arrival of their Comenge Mark II Series Rerun S sets. These models will be available in a selection of 2 and 4 car sets, all listed on Bergs Hobbies' website. Trainworld in Melbourne have received their first tooling samples of the Victorian Railways Y-Class, posting a single photo of the first tooled sample, all black with no extra detailing, as well as the cast parts, so needless to say it should be fairly heavy for such a small locomotive. They also followed this up with a further post of the locomotive running around the Trainworld display in Melbourne. These HO scale, ready to run locomotives are still available for a pre-order, and they're available direct from Trainworld, priced at $850 for a DCC and sound-fitted model, and $750 for a DC model. English manufacturer Dapol gave us a first look at the painted samples of the 040 Hawthorn Leslie, which does feature the Australian iron and steel locomotive Wallaby in maroon and gold. And these are priced at around £126 for a DC model. They are scheduled for a fourth quarter release this year, and do keep in mind that these aren't 00, but it's great to see Australia represented in the overseas market. Maybe this will even spark some more interest from overseas modelers to embrace Australian prototypes. Queensland manufacturer Wuiskie Models announced 4 new starter sets to help people interested in getting into the hobby get started, especially in relation to Queensland modelling, in both standard HO and the more prototypical HO N3.5. These sets comprise of their 1720 class locomotive, produced in partnership with Haskell, as well as 3 of their Queensland-made wagons. There are 6 of these starter sets available, in either HO or HO N3.5, all priced at $359, and they're available directly from their website. Another release from Mark Jesser in N-Scale, the Royal Wolf 20-foot shipping containers. These 20-foot shipping containers are pad printed, and of course they are ready to run straight out of the box, and they're fitted with an internal magnet. These are priced at $15 plus postage, and do keep in mind that these are only limited to 300 units. And the previous runs have proved to be very popular, and I don't doubt that this will be any different, especially with the new N-Scale locomotives from Auscision and rolling stock from Rail that have now hit the markets. Mark has also let us know that he'll have another container wagon on the way in the next 2 months, and he said that it'll be something different. Staying in N-Scale, BadgerBits released their 830 and 48 class locomotives. And these are now for sale on their website and priced at $280 plus postage. These are DC models, although they are fitted with a 6-pin decoder plug, and I'd recommend contacting Buckambool Models if you're after a great deal on chips for these. As well as that, LYNDONS Trains also released his N-Scale G&W 830. These were on display at the Store Model Railway exhibition, where we also got a first look at the first painted samples of the B-Class rerun. Although the colours do need to be reassessed, it's great to see more ready to run N-scale coming onto the scene. Powerline Models gave us an update on their upcoming V-Line and Victorian Railways T-Class releases, stating that they'll be coming in late September or early October this year, with numbers 359 and 364 in Victorian Railways and 361 and 362 in V-Line, with both DC and DCC sound options available. Adding that V-Line T-Class locomotive T361 is quite unique amongst the Series 2 high cab locomotives, as it was fitted with different cab side windows. You can pre-order or reserve your T-Classes now at your local Powerline retailer or on their website. Now we're going to hear from Megan the Train Girl on some new products that she's about to release, who at the AMRA Expo will be releasing HO scale Puffing Billy kits, Climax kits, and the 129Q Wagon kit. The Puffing Billy kits will come with all the parts you need to make a realistic static model of your favourite NA class locomotive. You can modify the body to fit Graham Farish 08 mechs and run on double 09 gauge track. These are retailing for $120, and at the show, pre-orders and online sales will be available and will be shipped after the exhibition. As well as that, the Climax kit, which will be the body, wheels and decals, and can be modified to fit a lifelike GP18 mech. These are retailing at $120 with wheels or $90 without. And lastly, the Q Wagon kit comes with the wagon and wheels, so you can tow your new NA class locomotive around your HO scale layout by attaching your own couplings to the wagon, and these will be retailing for $70. As well as that, of course, there will be signs and pantographs available at the exhibition. New news from ABR Modelworks, who have added a track alignment jig to their range of modular baseboards. It works on all the sizes from 150, 300, 450 and 600mm wide baseboard faces. It has a 1 inch or 25mm spacing between each key point, so you can have a single or double center track joint with additional tracks on either side. It also works with any HO scale code track, and has the option for no step-in or butt joint baseboards or a 35mm step-in, so you can use 70mm track joiners. The road thickness is 5mm. Both step-in and road bed sizing can be custom ordered. Chris made this to be primarily used when making modules that are going to be moved for displays like Fremo layouts, where you need the track on either side of the module to line up. Chris is also working on a laying track for his display layout and will do a video soon on how to use this jig, so keep an eye on ABR Modelworks YouTube channel for that. Oz and Rail have a few new announcements, which are 3D printed ZL guards vans, as well as IT and IS timber wagons, although no pricing or release date yet. Also, they added that there will be an original Z van coming later on. Each model is a 3D printed kit that includes decals, couplers and wheels. The KT and KS are printed in one piece and the ZL in two. These join their popular 3D range, from the IY Open Wagon, the M Cattle Van and the O Hopper Wagon. These 3D printed kits will only be available by the Oz and Rail web store. Big news from Paul at Paul's 3D, where G42 is now ready for release at the AMRA show. Paul added that he's found a Spectrum 060 saddle tank loco that works for the mechs, and people will need to source that themselves. The model has several extra added detail parts that need to be glued on for more detail. The model is available in 0 and 30 at a cost of $150, and that they will only have 7 of them available at the AMRA exhibition. As well as a new release of the 1914 station in a mirrored layout to suit some stations in Victoria, priced at $75. And lastly, he will be launching the Campaspe dining car. The car will fit onto his standard E-Class passenger car base and 6-wheel bogies. And these will also be available at the exhibition, priced at $40. An update from Traction Scale Models, who have released an O-scale model of the Australian Burnie tram. The first version will be in the form of the SEC, which ran in Bendigo. The pilot has been printed and Greg King has built it up. And this model is due to be released on the 4th of August. As well as that, they'll be releasing an O-scale model of the Brisbane Phoenix tram, as they already have a HO scale version, and this model is due to be released on the 3rd of August. And lastly, the PCC 980, which was announced a while back, is finally being produced and will be available for sale in early August as well. The production of these models are all going to be much more efficient and better quality due to a new factory being used. A quick one from Junction Models in Adelaide, South Australia, who are carrying the stone hopper loads for the new SDS, HS and AHS stone hoppers. These are a pack of 5 and they are cast in resin, so if you are after a pack for your new hoppers, just email them via Facebook or social media or even see them in store. Some news from SDS Models. The remainder of the 81s, at least in DC, should be available in October. Although we've now seen some sample shots of these locomotives and they do look fantastic, and I'm very happy with the one that I already have and I'm probably looking to get a couple more. However, unfortunately, their factory did make a simple but annoying error with the pickup wires, so they are currently being rectified. But I dare say that we'll get to see some of these sample locomotives once again at the AMRA show this coming weekend. So in news from Auscision, they started the month with their highly anticipated Victorian Railways C-Class release. So I'm not going to go into too much detail on this model itself, as I do plan to do a standalone video on it in the coming future. But the long and the short of it is, they are here now, and they are available at Australian Modeler or other stockists, although it seems that some numbers have already sold out. Auscision also posted a photo to their Instagram with a large shipment that arrived at their warehouse, but no information on what it may be, although there were a number of cut-offs for models mentioned in last month's news. Although for us Victorian modelers, Auscision did end the month with a photo on their Instagram announcing that there would be painted samples of the Victorian Railways Harris cars at the Melbourne exhibition. And I can only wonder what else we might be in for. So anyway, that was all the news, announcements and updates from all the manufacturers. So let's take a look at all the currently announced exhibitions and conventions that have been announced. AMRA Victoria will be holding Victoria's premier model railway exhibition on the 5th and 6th of August, this year at the new venue of the Town Square Pavilion at the Melbourne Showgrounds. This was formerly the exhibition that was held in Caulfield and is one not to be missed. On the 5th and 6th of August, the Sunshine Model Railway Club will be holding their exhibition at the Braybrook Sports Stadium. The Gold Coast Model Railway Club will have their open day on the 5th of August at their club rooms. On the 5th and 6th of August, the British Railway Modelers of Australia Tasmanian Division will be holding their exhibition in Kingston. The Markland Modelers of Sydney will have their exhibition at Thornlea Community Hall on the 12th and 13th of August. Bundaberg Model Railway Club in Queensland will hold their open day on the 12th of August. The Hunter Model Auto Club will have a toy and hobby fair on the 20th of August in Edgeworth. Redlands Model Railway Show will be held on the 26th and 27th of August at the Cleveland Assembly Hall in Queensland. Modelling the Railways of South Australia convention will be held on the 2nd of September. The 41st Toy and Model Swap Meet will be held on the 17th of September at Windsor Gardens, the Avenue College, presented by the South Australian Railway Modelers Association. The National Model Railroad Association Australasian Division will be holding their annual convention, Rails at Rose Hill, from the 29th of September to the 2nd of October. This will feature clinics to suit the beginner to the more experienced modelers and of modelers interested in emerging technologies. They cover a range of prototypes from Australia, New Zealand, United States, Canada, UK and Europe, in both prototype and non-prototypes and in a range of scales from O to N. There will also be trade stands, layouts, advice, conventions, fellowship and a partners program. As well as that, on the Friday, Monday and Tuesday there will be options for layout tours with about 35 options that can be booked, with session lengths varying from 45 minutes to 2.5 hours. So if you are after more information on this event and how to book for it, visit the Rails at Rose Hill website. Just keep in mind that this is a limited ticketed event, so do get in before it sells out. Oberon Model Railway Exhibition on the October long weekend in conjunction with the Tarrana and Oberon branch line. ARMX 23 is back on again on the 16th and 17th at the Kyneton Masonic Hall. This was a fantastic event that I visited last year and you can check out a video all about it right here. AMRA Victoria will hold their open day on the 17th of September at the club rooms in Glen Iris. The O-Scale Modelers Forum will be happening on the 7th of October in Lidcombe. The Golden Valley Model Railway Club will be holding their exhibition on the 21st and 22nd of October in Shepparton. The Sunbury Model Railway Club's exhibition will be held at the St Anne's Church Hall in Sunbury on the 21st and 22nd of October. Unfortunately, the Hills Model Railway Society exhibition, which was slated for the 4th and 5th of November, has been cancelled. The RMCQ will hold an open day and sale day on the 5th of November at their club rooms in Brendale. The Malang Model Railway exhibition will be happening on the 25th and 26th of November at the Malang Railway Museum. The Pine Rivers Model Train and Hobby Show will be happening on the 25th and 26th of November at the South Pine Sports Complex in Brendale. The St John Sainsbury Railway Modelers will be holding an exhibition on the 2nd and 3rd of December at the St John's Anglican Church, Church Street, Salisbury. A mega swap meet will be happening at the Sandown Racecourse on the 9th of December from 10 AM to 3 PM, with entry at $5 per person. Buckambool Model Railway Club in Victoria will hold their annual exhibition on the 13th and 14th of January at St Joseph's Primary School. The Phillip Island and District Railway Modelers will hold an exhibition at the Cow Senior Citizen Centre on the 20th and 21st of January. Australia's premier STEAM event, the Newport Workshops Open Days, happening in Melbourne over the Labor Day long weekend in 2024. This year we'll see not just big trains, but also some little ones. So do stay tuned for more information coming soon. Train and Hobby Show will be held on the 16th and 17th of March at the Sandown Racecourse in Melbourne. A not-to-be-missed event, the National N-Scale Convention will be held in Wangaratta on the 31st of May to the 2nd of June. The Rosehill Model Railway exhibition will be back on again on the 4th and 5th of May at the Rosehill Racecourse in Sydney. So that's all the currently announced exhibitions and conventions happening for 2023 and 2024. If you are in a model railway club and you're having an open day, a buy, swap and sell day, or an exhibition and you already know the date and some minor details, please reach out to me so we can get your event out to as many people as possible and hopefully make it a fantastic success. Now, if you are attending an exhibition, do let them know that you saw it here on Australian Model Railway News. So, last month we were giving away a copy of Phil Overton's latest book, Model Railway Backdrop Basics. Now, thank you to everyone who entered this competition and congratulations to the winner right here. Now, if you are after a copy of Phil's book, it is available at many places, which I will have linked in the description below, as well as everything else that I mentioned in this episode. So this month, thanks to On Track Models, we have one of, well, I think the biggest giveaways we've had so far. There is 11 of these LX or ALGX wagons to give away. So there are two ways you can enter to win one of these fantastic vans. Like usual, all the details to enter a competition are over on my website under the competitions tab. Now, there will of course be a question on there that relates to the vans, so I know that you've watched the videos. As well as that, the other way you can enter is of course being on Patreon. Now, Patreon gives you early access to videos when they're available. It also gives you, in the premium tier, double entries into every single competition. Now, it also funds the production of these videos. So that's how I guess I am trying to give back to keep these videos going. So if you are interested in more details on Patreon, of course, I will leave the link for that and everything else we've talked about in the description below. So during the month, I did put out a little statement regarding cutting back on one of the videos and possibly some other ones on this channel. And the main one that's been cut so far is the preservation news. Now, at the end of the preservation news, I did say that I was giving away a 12-month subscription, and I still am. This person has won a 12-month subscription to a railway preservation organisation of their choice for, well, simply watching the videos. So congratulations to them, and thank you to everyone who did watch those videos. But unfortunately, with juggling my normal job, this job, editing, writing, shooting, everything like that, it was all a little bit too much all at once. So hopefully it is a series that I can bring back one day, but at this point, well, I think I'll just keep it to the current schedule or thereabouts that I've got. So there we go. That's all the news, announcements, and updates that have happened in the Australian model railway industry for July 2023. I hope that I get to see lots of you at my stand at the AMRA exhibition this coming weekend in Melbourne. And of course, if you can't make it, don't forget to be subscribed because there will inevitably be a video coming out covering that exhibition, and of course the monthly news next month that will have all the updates that we get to see at the exhibition. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you soon. Hooroo!